The cold still shook his entire being. He just wanted to return to her, have a hug and a cup of tea. But something caught his eye. Car headlights in the distance, heading his way. He recognized those lights, even from here. No one else in town drove a car with those blinding white lights. Shit! This was the last thing he needed. He sure as hell didn't want to end up talking to that idiot. He stood up and tugged his jumper back over his head. Wanting to get home now. To live, not die. But as he began to make his way back, he heard a voice call out behind him, shouting his name. Had he heard that right? He was about to turn round, but before he could, he felt it. The blow, as if the sky had fallen down on top of him. He collapsed to the ground and only just managed to register the wet grass beneath him and the blood streaming through his hair. He could just about sense someone grabbing hold of his legs and dragging him down onto the beach. He tried to move, but couldn't. Lost consciousness entirely. No longer aware that the person had hauled him all the way out to the exact spot where he had longed to lose himself just a short while earlier. Out into the ice-cold, pitch-black, perilous ocean. 1. A hand intertwines with another atop the shared armrest. They lean back simultaneously. He turns to look at her a millisecond before she turns to him. He is scared of flying but tries to hide it. She isn't, but pretends she is. They make love with their eyes, falling for each other all over again as they soar into the sky. Her. I camped out on a mountain. Him. I went skiing. Her. I took your breath away. Him. I danced in Brussels. The plane ascends. His slightly sweaty hand. Ugh, what now? How the hell do you plot out the early stages of two people falling in love? How are you meant to portray those emotions without sounding like a knockoff version of Goethe, or worse, a way too good Barbara Cartland? Regardless, too trite. Holding her finger firmly on the delete button, she erases the entire paragraph and washes away the feeling of inadequacy with an entire large glass of red wine. Then another. It takes more than just the one glass to expunge the feeling of mediocrity. Hannah Kraus Bendix has never received a bad review. Not once has anyone had a single negative thing to say in any of the reviews of her 4 novels. A literary superstar, twice nominated for the Nordic Council Literature Prize. Didn't win, but that doesn't matter. Anyway, she doesn't believe that the hallmark of good literature is how many awards it's won. She's actually refused the numerous other prizes she's won over the years. No. Hannah sees herself as a 45-year-old living embodiment of integrity and will always maintain that it is beneath her to seek commercial success. Her editor may very well be the only person alive who knows that this is actually a lie. Dialogue, from the top. Him. There are streets in Copenhagen that only exist in my dreams. Her. But does that make them any less real? Delete again. Hannah has never tried her hand at the falling in love trope in her books before, and thus far it feels as if the whole venture is more likely to end up as a one-night stand than some happy ending. Restless, she steps away from the desk. German design, mahogany, strong enough to bear her, usually, ingenious words. Recently, though, there hasn't actually been anything to bear. The words just won't come. And today's the same, apparently.
To keep listening to this audiobook, I've left you a link in the description so you can do it, at no cost thanks to Audible's 30-day free trial.